Do you ever leave things till like the last minute? It's like you have that something to do, but then you get to that certain point where you're like, all right, now I've got an hour to do it. Well, now it's the last thing I've got to do before I go to bed. In this video, I'm talking about leaving things to the last minute and taking action. Enjoy. What's going on, peeps? My name is Chris and I love everything to do with the mind, self-development and just being a general all-round better human being. And I do this by sharing what I've learned on my journey with tools, tips, advice, experiences, perceptions, whatever you think I can name, I'll name it in there. Anything that I can to help you on your journey throughout life that I've learned. Now, leaving things to the last minute. This is another video on taking action, essentially, because I can't even say how important, the whole taking action aspect is. And, for so long in my life, I wasn't taking action with a lot of the things that I wanted to do, or I'd be taking action, but not the actions that I actually wanted to take, or that I needed to take. Probably better that I said needed to take. So I really kind of wanted to give a story and background into knowing, this is about procrastination. This is about, these, even like fearing the unknown aspect of it. And I thought, it's nearly 9 o'clock at night. I haven't made my video yet because I've been working on some other stuff, and I'm like, this is perfect time to make a video on leaving things to the last minute. And I wanted to kind of go into a little story that I remembered when I was young. So when I was young, it's funny how things work. Like, it just came up to me last week, and then I did some work on it, and now it's all good. When I was young, there was a project that I had for school, and this project was quite a big project. I think it was about you had to pretend you went on an overseas trip and you had this itinerary planned for 14 days or something like that. And I left it to the last day. Yep, the last day. So I think we had a month to do it, and I left it to the last day. And I actually didn't end up doing it. My mum actually ended up doing it for me, and it turned out really good. But what I noticed is, the reason I'm bringing up this story is that that was one of the things that, and it still plagues me here and there to this day, leaving things till the last minute. As you can see, this video, it's late for me. But ultimately, I've realized that one way out of this is to make those more important things as soon as you can do them, the first part of your day, whether it's in the morning, get up half an hour early and just hack a tiny bit at it if you can, if it's one of those things you can, or as soon as you have the first available option to do it. Now, writing to-do lists really helps with this, because when you write something down, and then you cross it off, it's really going to help you. It's really going to help you gain that momentum. It helps release dopamine, I think, as well, or even testosterone, actually, because it's a sense of accomplishment. I learned that off, I think it was Dr. John Gray, he's a relationship expert. You can find his stuff online. But when that happens, it creates momentum, right? And this is what we want to do. We want to create momentum, especially with the things that we actually want to take action with. Now, I've made many videos on this. I've made a couple of different things about this, talking about if you're just consistent, and consistency is key, and if you do a small part of it every day, you chip away at it, and before you know it, chipping away at it makes a huge difference. And then before you know it, again, I said that, you find that you look back and you're like, I've actually done this and this and this. So when it comes to the end of the day, we feel less inclined to want to do it because our energy stores are being kind of used up working or running around with kids, if you have kids, or doing family life, or going out, catching up with friends, or cooking dinner, or whatever. And when we get to the end of the day, it's like, can I just do it tomorrow? And then tomorrow becomes the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. But a really important aspect of this is if you actually do this for a while, not what I just said, but if you actually take action and set a certain time for it every day, whether it's the first thing in the morning or the first thing when you get home, the first available opportunity, even on your lunch break, if you just dedicate 10 minutes, 5 minutes or something, over time you'll actually notice the shift within it, and things will start changing. You'll create momentum, you'll start feeling good about what you're getting done, and then you move on to next steps, and maybe that just expands out and grows more, because the more energy you put into something, the more energy you're going to get out of it, right? It happens. And then you may feel stuck on something. And I've realized this in the last week, because this happened to me. You know, I'd been kind of procrastinating with practicing for my course. And then I started just being like, all right, I need to practice. And so I practiced, and then I had a little mini breakthrough. And I was like, okay, that's made things a lot easier for me in my mind now, because I've had a breakthrough in how I'm essentially going to do it. And then I started reflecting on different things. Playing guitar, making videos, whatever. I've noticed that there's a time where you kind of feel stagnant for a while, and then out of nowhere it'll just hit you. It's like, bam, here you go, breakthrough. It happens with my guitar all the time. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything new, la la la, and then I'll just muck around, and then next thing you know, I create a song or a tune, probably better off tune. So keeping in mind that, like, when you leave things to the last minute, it's less likely that you're going to get that thing done. Now, you can apply this in so many different areas of your life, whether it's leaving things to the last minute of the day before you go to work. It doesn't even have to be a goal. It can just be something that maybe you should have done and you need to do, but if you do it like first point of the day, you actually start feeling more empowered for more things to be able to do later, right? So, in saying that, take action today. To recap, I was talking about leaving things to the last minute, how, you know, it can affect all of us, and we can be more productive with it. It makes us procrastinate a bit. It doesn't empower us. So the best thing to do is to try and fit it in when you can, as early as you can, the first part of the day, but do the most important thing first. If it's just one thing, cool. If it's just normal things, cool. Just do it anyway. It'll help you out. And with that being said, you know the deal, make someone smile today. Something so small can make a huge difference. You know the dealio. Down the bottom are the buttons. I'm not going to tell you or point you which ones to go. If you feel called to, please share. If not, please share. That'll be great fun. With that being said, I wish you all an awesome day. As always, keep on keeping on. Much love. Go gently. Keep on wondering. Peace.